is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
Hello, you are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Asuri Balde. We are back again on another edition. It's Thursday, the 25th of April and 2024. We are broadcasting from our studios on Kairaba Avenue, West Africa, the Gambia. In case you're tuning in from the Europe, America, Asia, you know, this is QTV this morning. And to that viewer in the Philippines, Mr. Ade.
Indeed.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And also to my cousin Angela in London, a regular watcher. Hello, and
of
to all our
QTV this
viewers.
morning. Yes, I mean,
yes.
exactly. And our newspaper review guest is no other than Mr. Momodu Sidimboj. Mr. Mboj, good morning. How are you? How have you been?
How have I been?
Yes.
I've been all right.
Yes.
He's been missing in action.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Today we have a limited time, so we are just going to brush and roast things a bit.
Sure,
No,
sure.
it was since you said really that, doesn't like much really.
Mboj shook offense.
Boy, that's it. And I said, this is it. So this kid doesn't really like me, then I wouldn't go on the show.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't like you.
see,
I am
he's-
going to deny that on this program.
I think
But
so.
that have really affected us a big deal. You know?
Yeah.
How?
We miss you. I mean, you've not been coming.
And the viewers miss him as well.
You understand? I think we need to reconcile on the program.
Well, my very appearance is a reconciliation, isn't it?
The entente is once again cordial.
Exactly. So on the program, we'll be looking at the newspaper as the stories making headlines, and of course, we'll be talking to the Gambia Police Force as well. As you know, they are on traffic regulation, exercise. It's important to map out and fish out some of these vehicles that are breaking the traffic rules. And of course, we'll be talking to the Gambia Police PRO, who is always willing and open, talking to the press. So, and King Koli will be here, head of mobile traffic unit. He will also be on the program. To discuss this. We'll be talking to the OIC Secretariat. We'll be talking to one of their members here on the program. Yes. To gauge the level of preparations. As you know, we have is it 9 days? 9 days to the OIC Summit in Banjul.
Yeah.
Is that a goosebump or something?
Well, it's just
yeah.
nerves.
Yeah. I know, if you want to get to
Nerves.
something and you did not get to it.
Yeah, just nerves. But it's getting close. And,
exactly.
Yes, and actually this is probably the last this morning before, because you've got the senior officials meeting. And then you've got the meeting of foreign ministers before the big heads of state summit. So
exactly.
This is the last one before
probably.
the senior officials meeting.
Yes, probably. But we'll see what to do, to bring them something on our subsequent programs as well. Yeah. We'll be talking to the Sports Council. They'll be here, and we'll be taking a look at the, I'm told the school athletic competition have just begun, and we'll be talking about that. Then the click segment. But without wasting much time, let's take a look at the Point newspaper. They said Gambia, Ecuador dismantled drug trafficking network, arrest 8 suspects.
Say again, read that again.
They said Gambia, Ecuador, yes.
Okay,
dismantled drug trafficking network, arrest 8 suspects.
I wonder, were they arrested in Ecuador, in Gambia, or where? It'll be interesting to know that because, of course, we've been hearing all these stories, haven't we, Mr. Mboj, about this kind of our coast, this kind of West African coast being a direct route to Central and South America for these drug cartels. They come here because we don't even have a proper navy that can intercept, and from here onto Europe and sometimes back the other way to America as well. So it'll be interesting to know.
Well, that's it. And perhaps here what's been sort of encouraging really, recently we've been hearing of seizures in Senegal. So that's it. It has to be seen that, you know, we are making some inroads into combating these illegal
Well, I think combating drugs, I mean, goes beyond just drug seizures within the country. But it has to go beyond just the country level. I mean, the line by which the drug is taken into this country should also be handled well. Otherwise, you will just solve this problem while another one is waiting for you.
Yeah, I mean, the drugs that come into the country are the kind of, you know, it's not even the ones that get used here as recreational drugs. It's the big amounts, as Mr. Mboj says, the recent huge cocaine seizure in Senegal, and some of the ones recently in the Gambia as well by our authorities give us some encouragement that they're stopping huge shipments from actually, some probably and almost inevitably some do get through. That's just by the nature of things. But they are making some progress, and you know, the seizures have been quite. So yeah, I'm quite interested in that case. I'd be, you know, interested to know who these 8 individuals are and where they were apprehended. Yeah. What else is interesting?
On the Point newspaper, Land Minister suspends Josuang and Manduar Alcalo.
I think we briefly touched on that yesterday.
We talked about it.
Mr. Mboj, you know, this land was sold to a developer, and the youths protested. The youths were not happy, and they were arrested, but they were released without charge eventually. But now it appears the Alcalos, 2 of them, have been brought to book by the lands minister for allegedly selling what was communal or community land.
No, actually, the land was reserved for a forest cover in Manduar. I mean, you know, it's been there for ages,
well, centuries, we would imagine.
Know, so once it is, you know, demarcated and sold to real estate companies, and the youths were not happy with that. So this is a reserve land for them, and they, you know, took the bull by the horn. They went to as far as legal actions, and you know, they won the case.
Yes, one understands the idea of going through the legal route. That's really where we should go when we are not satisfied with this or not satisfied with that. Let us be honest with ourselves. We need a more structured approach to the land issue.
Yeah,
you know.
I spoke to the outgoing lands minister, and he had said that they've now done a process where they have used, you know, computer technology to actually demarcate the whole of the Gambia. It's a small country. It's not, you know, I keep saying this is not rocket science to demarcate a country as small as the Gambia, but it's been a big problem. And so what you get is all these disputes and all these, you know, arguments and so on. Oh, is this, is it not? But apparently that's now been done, and they're going to kind of roll it out where, you know, you'll be able to kind of demarcate and identify every inch of land effectively, or a square inch of land. And we will have less of these. But
absolutely, Ali. We need to rationalize the whole system. The traditional ways, we've moved on, you know, from that, really.
Well, this is it. And technology has allowed us to simplify it. Let's not complicate it. So, yeah. And as I said, an interesting case indeed. And well done to the youth for raising the alarm bell.
You know, for me, when I saw this story, I said, okay, this is just going to affect us as a country in due course. I mean, what about if you demarcate all our lands, all the reserve lands? At the end of the time, deforestation, you know, it's really becoming a big problem. There is nothing that you are going to reserve for the coming generation, and it's going to be a big deal, Mr. Mboj.
Of course, I mean, obviously. So this is really what we're talking out here. Once you've got all the information, as you said, everything is mapped out, then you have proper town planning.
Yeah, quite.
And anywhere you go. Yeah. So that would be for nature reserve, this would be for kids, playground for kids. That's really when you can plan things. But it appears as if for a very long time, you were not really planning anything. Any of us, we were just stumbling into what this or that.
You're kind of inferring that the demarcation necessarily means that everywhere is going to be reserved, not for building. That's patently not true. There are areas which are going to be reserved for residential, for commercial properties, and so on. But you can't just sell everywhere for it to be, raised to the ground and then developed and concreted up. There have to be areas that are preserved. So not everywhere is going to be preserved. That just would not make sense in any country, anywhere. So of course there will be land available for future generations to build houses and everything else. But the ones that are meant to be particularly forest cover, we talk about deforestation, we talk about desertification, then you have to preserve certain areas because of their importance in the kind of wider ecosystem.
Well, when you look at the scrambling for land, it's really common within the urban area. You understand? When you look at the rural area, you have a lot of reserve lands, a lot.
You can drive for miles.
You can drive for miles without even seeing
a
single
structure.
building, and all those lands are empty. You understand? So what about if we decentralize all the developments that we have? Maybe some of them, like the University of the Gambia is in Faraba, people might think of, okay, moving near the university, it's an advantage for them. Decentralizing can also be a solution, and strengthening the transport system of the Gambia.
I'm not sure about that. This idea of urbanizing, perhaps what you mean to say is like extend the urban.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I'm not sure whether we can stem the tide. The sort of economics you need, in the upcountry. How long would that take? A generation?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. We just need better planning.
It's better planning.
It's just an organizational nous.
So this is it. You've hit on one of the things, which is kind of better transport links. Because there are some people who don't like living in the kind of congested city and so on. But I'll just give you an example. Where I lived in the UK, I lived in Bromley. By the time I moved to Bromley, people were referring to it as part of Greater London. When I was young, nobody ever considered Bromley part of London. It was outside of London. It was way outside of London. But London just kind of spread and spread and spread till Bromley became subsumed within Greater London. But as I said, when I was a child, Bromley was never considered. It was in Kent, and it still is in Kent. But now somebody living in Bromley will tell you, I live in London. Actually, you don't. But it spreads and spreads and spreads. So what you'll get is people tend to want to gravitate towards big cities. You can't force people to say, no, you have to live there. They live where they want. But if you have good transport links, people can live where they want to live. We have colleagues who come from Sanyang and Brikama to work every day, because now the roads are decent and the journey is a smooth and pleasant one. So that will help. And not everybody wants to live, within 2 miles of Kairaba Avenue.
All right, let's take a look at this story on the Voice newspaper. APP deputy leader says NPP UDP should join hands.
Join hands and do what?
Join
Shake hands?
And do what? Join hands, putting all hands on deck. What should be done?
Look, the very nature of political parties mean that you have to have different political parties. We don't want to get to a one-party state, but you should have political parties where it's based on a distinct ideology. This is our ideology, this is what we stand for. And to be honest, I don't think I get that in the Gambia, because when I listen to all the parties, when we've done elections and by-elections, local and central and national elections, they're all saying pretty much the same thing. We want to do this for the Gambia, we want to do that for the Gambia. So you don't really see the huge ideological difference.
Mr. Mboj is not a political analyst.
He very much is.
Yeah, maybe. But Mr. Mboj, is this going to happen?
What I just said is one aspect, the ideology. Then if it is going to happen at all, it's going to be in the how. How are we going to do our politics? Would we have respect, focusing on issues instead of the gossipy stuff? I suppose on social media you're going to have the gossipy stuff, but we're talking about here the respectable leaders. You know what I mean? When you see something on social media, perhaps dissociate the party from it. We have to have a strategy of how do we going to deal with all the nastiness, the toxicity that we have on social media. So, in the sense of how we do our politics, are we going to be mature? Oh yes, you shake hands there, but the ideology will be the difference. Hopefully that's really what we want, for people to have choices.
Quite.
Without these ideological distinctions, we don't really have choices. Politically, all we have is just different personalities.
Yes, I mean, and we had the national dialogue recently. And one of the reasons why we had something like the national dialogue is so that, you know, you want people to kind of be in the same, heading in the same direction in terms of national development and so on. Because if you all want the best for the Gambia, then, okay, don't criticize something which would be in the best interest of the Gambia just because it's not being done by your political party. And when we've had this OIC, one of the things that I've said when we've gone out to people is that all the things that people will benefit from. It's not just people of one political party who will benefit from it. So the street lamps that go along, you know, Bertil Harding Highway itself, the feeder roads that are going to be developed, everybody will benefit from them, not the people who belong to one particular political party. So, you know, those are things that we can all buy into.
Exactly.
And you can say why we can join hands for something like that. But if we have ideological differences, those should remain.
Absolutely. I think there are things that, you know, we should accept, because at the end of the time, we are all going to benefit from those things. The roads, you know, the power system, you know, anything that, you know, it's for the country will stay for the country. Even if the regime change, it's still going to be used by the people, despite the political affiliation. So, Mr. Mboj, this is what we have today. We are going to end this segment here.
Short and sweet.
Our running order is packed today. So I think we will do this next week, inshallah. Yes, be reminded the sponsors, Lido, Olinda, Cow Milk, and, you know, you can have them in every supermarket, you know, corner shop, mini market throughout the country, and OIC Secretariat as well. We have 9 days to the OIC Summit, the 15th OIC Summit, you know, of the second, you know, largest world leaders gathering in the Gambia.
And yes, I checked that the other day, because you have the UN General Assembly. And do you know what the third largest one is?
Wouldn't it be Commonwealth? No.
The Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth.
The OIC has 57 members, and the Commonwealth has 56. So just one ahead.
Exactly. So we'll be right back.
But you see, when you look at the population, OIC 2 billion,
yes, quite.
Commonwealth 2.68 billion.
Population-wise. Yeah, so we'll take a short break. After the break, the program continues. We'll be right back.
You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, orders follow. Terms and conditions apply. Q Money is back again with an offer of a lifetime. You can now buy Sunyu Bundle data packages directly from your Q Money wallet for half the price. Get all Sunyu Bundle packages from 20 megabytes to 20 gigabytes and enjoy the biggest internet data discount in the market. Just dial *323# now, choose option 4 and start buying your favorite Sunyu Bundle package half the price, only with Q Money. Pay less and stay connected with the most reliable internet service in the Gambia. For more information, call 133 Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Never before in the Gambia, QCell is giving you an unbeatable offer. Activate our 5G network on your 5G-enabled phone and enjoy free internet for 7 days. Yes, you heard that right. Activate QCell's 5G on your phone and experience what true 5G internet feels like. Get your QCell SIM cards activated today at the following care centers: Banjul, Senegambia, Brikama, Bulsobi Turntable, Bakau Airport, and Kairaba Avenue headquarters. Rush now and be part of the future with QCell's 5G. Free internet for 7 days only with QCell.
You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Asuri Balde. We are back again. Now let's head straight to the second segment of this program. We have the Gambia Police PRO, Mr. Sisao. He is in the building with King Koli Commissioner Mobile Traffic. We will be talking about the traffic regulation and compliance. As you know, they embarked on it now for at least, weeks. Is it weeks or months?
Weeks
yes.
now, weeks now.
So
Weeks
it's
now.
important for us to talk about this, Mr. Ade. And
Yes, yes.
most of the time we talk about this on this program without them.
I know.
Yes.
and sometimes you read in newspaper and they say this man handed himself into the police. So let me hand myself into the police. When we last discussed this,
I'm not going to bail you.
Balde was patting you on the back. And I said
Yes.
I was still seeing far too many vehicles.
Yes.
I leave work around 9 o'clock, 9:30. And I said I was still seeing far too many vehicles coming the opposite direction with one light, sometimes with none, at that time of the night. I said they should not be on the roads. And I said because of that, I will reserve my pat on the back. But gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you, and nice to have. It's a pleasure to be here this morning, as usual, as always. That we would always respond to your calls.
Thank you.
To continue the communication between the police and the public, and that is very important that we actually do that so that we can timely inform the public what the police are doing, since the services is for the people.
Sure.
So we're more than happy to be here.
Thank you. So can I dive straight to King Koli, because it was an incident involving yourself that actually sparked the discussion. We saw a report that we carried on QTV, and you said, in fact, I didn't even go to the office. I came straight here, and we started this. And I just wondered, some of it was to do with tinted glass, some of it was to do with people not having their license plates showing and so on. So if you could just let us know and the public know, what is it that you're trying to achieve with this particular operation?
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to the viewers. It's a pleasure to be with you. And as PRO said, we are very willing to come to any radio stations or TV stations to sensitize people so that they will able to know about the traffic regulations, as you said, and then the Traffic Act. It was an observation. In fact, we have been doing it, but actually we reinforce it strictly when we got the new IGP, who spoke to me personally and said, this is the concerns of the cabinet, it's a concern of the Security Council, and it is my concern. We are seeing a lot of vehicles flying on our roads without number plates, both front and back. In case, if that vehicle happens to involve in an accident, who will identify them. You cannot identify them. And I went to say last time to the people that I have a name, Lamin Kinkoli, you have your name, other person have his name, even Hussein and Hassan, who were just from the same twins. They have a different name. But sometimes we call them identical, and sometimes some of them are not identical. But there should be a mark whereby you can able to identify who is Adama and who is Hawa. Now, the vehicles are like that. You have so many Mercedes-Benz of 190, maybe white colors, black colors, so many of them. Now, what is the distinction between this vehicle? Is the number. That is the name of the vehicle. If you go to Form A, during the registration, they will ask you the name of the name of the owner of the vehicle, the address, the telephone number, the mark of the vehicle, the chassis number of the vehicle,
the color,
and the color of the vehicle, the number of the vehicle. All these things can be the same, apart from the chassis number and the number plate. You can have the same color, you can have the same mark, you can have the same what, but the difference is the number plate and the chassis number. And the chassis number is not visible. Plain visible. You must search it. But the number plate is the one that is visible. So, if people don't want to comply and fix their number plate on the vehicle, meaning it is a violation and a contravention of Section 25A of our Motor Traffic Act, Amended Act of 2013, which says a person shall not cause or permit or allow another person to drive a motor vehicle without the number being fixed to it. A person who contravenes that subsection commit an offense. A fine not more than 20,000, not less than 10,000. And the vehicle shall be kept with the police unless and until the number is fixed to it. And if the number remains unfixed on the vehicle, the person or the owner shall pay $100 to the police. So you see, it is a very serious violation. You will see some people, they will have number, but tired to fix the number plate on the vehicle, they will just put it on the bonnet. Sometimes they will put it under the care. If the police challenge them, say, I'm not number plate. I have the number plate. Where is the number plate? It is here. Now, if you want to interpret that section of the law, not only the driver, for example, the vehicle that belongs to, what is the company? QTV, and it is written QTV. The manager or the controller of that vehicle also commit that offense. The driver commit that offense because the manager or the director who is directly responsible of the vehicle is the one who permitted this driver to use the vehicle. That what is the interpretation. That is say no person is a person shall not cause or permit another person to drive a motor vehicle without number plate.
So let me just interject you there. I mean, Commissioner, are you only focusing on number plates, or do you also focus on other things that really matters?
Very well, very well. But timely, we cannot focus on all the traffic offenses at one go. We have to do it simultaneously, one after the other. Now, there are certain operations. Normally, they don't come from me. Those are major decisions that's supposed to be taken by the higher authorities. Like we can all witness this year, issuing of license was a bit late.
Yes, indeed.
In the whole of January, there was not issuing of license. Neither the vehicle license, no driving license. Even now, as we are speaking, people are not issuing driving license. So it was only vehicle license, and it started in February. So mostly when we start issuing vehicle license, the operation used to be in March, January, February, March, because we give 2 months as a great period for people to prepare as citizens.
Sure.
So now we are not taking on motor vehicles. That what we are focusing, and even tinted, because those decisions comes from the, as I said, the police command.
Sure.
We say now, and then in consultation, because we don't want everybody to be cried.
Sure.
Because if we start parking early, when many people don't get their license, it will be very difficult for people to go to their workplace.
Sure.
True.
Right?
True.
So it will be very difficult for the vendors to go to their markets. And then after harvesting your fruits or vegetables, and you are stagnant at that place, you don't have vehicles. So that's why the government always is very sensitive, particularly the police command. You say, let's give them a grace period of every year 2 months. Like we started in February, March, April. Maybe they might come by end of April, right, or first week of May. We start operating it, but we always give them a grace period.
Yes, I mean, it's interesting that you mentioned the issues of the driver's license. I mean, Commissioner, don't you think, I mean, sorry to say, the police is causing an offense too. I mean, the driver's license is supposed to be 3 years, not 1 year.
Why do you say that?
It's in the constitution of the Gambia.
The constitutions and the executive orders are all the same.
It's not the same, Commissioner.
Why?
The constitution is higher than the executive
I know
order.
very well the constitutions are higher, but in the events that the executive says, let's have these for the benefit of Gambians.
They should go back to the National Assembly then.
Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Mr. Ade.
Of course,
Yeah.
I've argued the point many times.
Yes,
PRO, you wanted to come in?
Yes, I just want to say a few things, just to make a highlight on some of the things that he has mentioned. And I think it's important for people to understand that, yes, we would call operations. And like he mentioned, operation would come into play when we see the need to reinforce ongoing routine activities. And routinely, the mobile traffic would check vehicles for number plates, would check vehicles for tinted clearance and other traffic related matters. And but there are instances, like he said, when the need arises, because we've seen a lot of this happening, like you were mentioning, when we realize that, okay, there have been a lot of vehicles without number plate plying on our roads, and this is important that we take a step, then an operation would be initiated just for that purpose, for that period. This is why people would always say, the Gambia Police Force, you just come up with operation, and operation end up just, because it's for a duration to enforce the routine activity that is going on, regardless of any operation. Daily, on a daily basis, they would. But also he has mentioned that the mobile traffic unit, especially those on the road, mostly 95% of their time is traffic control. To ensure that the congestion of traffic, to ensure the traffic flow is going and all that. So sometimes having to come, unless if there is an offense that is committed immediately or before the traffic officer, then would park the driver and ask your documents and stuff like that. But many times it's just to allow help traffic flow. So this is why it's important at times that we would come up with operations to reinforce and ensure that the driver's license. And also, about the driver's license, I think recently it has been looked at at least progress has been made, because it's not fixed to the date that you have registered. Like when you go and register your license by April, in March, it expires. And that has changed now. That if you take your license, let's say in November, then it goes to the next November. So this is ongoing, and I, with time, hopefully all those who had their license before would be. Coming to your specific question, I think, we would understand that history plays a very important role, because we understand that we've been in the third, almost the third republic, third government, let's say it that way. And this has been a practice that was happening. And it's been flagged that this is an issue. When it's been flagged, and I'm sure, because I was part of a meeting where this was discussed, discussions are on the way to see how best we can, do things in accordance to procedures.
Yes, thank you. Finally, King Colley, dañ bëggoon rek nga wax ñu ko ci olof pour suñ mbokki driver yi ñu du dégg angale ñu mëna xam ci looleen nekk. I have so much respect for Commissioner King Colley. I mentioned it on the program here the other day. He wasn't here. I've seen the job that he is doing with his men on the traffic. I've seen him on several occasions directing the traffic.
Yes, we've seen it.
I've seen him at Lamen NPC on various locations. he doesn't leave it to be cool. I mean, he does the job for himself. Yeah, so dañ bëggoon rek nga wax ñu tuuti sa mbokki driver sa mbokk yi wax leen tuuti police yi si luñ nekk time bi.
waaw jërëjëf viewers ñu nekk di ñu seetaani si télévision bi lu ma dee wax rek soo ma buggee pour ma laka olof dama leen baalal loon nit ñi because suma olof setut comme joola
bu laka joola de programme bi fii joola amul
balaa maa dem foofu dama bugg a leeral benn rek sa first question lu nga doon laajte about driving license driving license bi pour am ñaata at la ak driving license lu mu nekk dafa yàgga te foog ñu revise loi boobu noonu ñu ngi ko am in 1948 constitution 1948 constitution bi lu mu jooyee doole bi si nit soo applyé driving license mooy dafa war a dem ba ñetti at te am nañ ko si 1948 constitution bi mu ne soo abul fadu ñaari 21 years
21 waaw
warloo dawal commercial waaye 21 years rek yow private véhicule nga mun a dawal léegi loolu amatut te loi bi changé wut soo demee si mbiri issuance of driving license tamit ñu ngi naa gis ñu ma la xool ma ne la yow mun loo dawal 30 tonnes véhicule bi 15 tonnes laa laa jox ou 10 tonnes laa laa jox si driving license nekkul si benn loi so loolu tax ma ne la loolu dafa nekk discretional lifin bi la pour protect accident waaye léegi comme jamono bi dafa expand ñu bari am nañ loi loolu ñu xam ne ñun ñoo nekk si fànn loi bi ak lawyer bi war nañoo sentu loolu trop dafa amoon lu bari manqué na si suñu loi bi suñu si motor traffic act bi because permitting ñun yëpp seedoon nañ ko dinaa ñëw si sa question waaye dama bëgg a leeral fii
finally suñ time bi jeex na de
waaw accident bu ëpp noonu piram faraba yooyu noonu borom truck bi mu may his apprenti bi pour mu dawal truck bi mu dem rey ñetti nit ñu charge ko xam nga ñaata lañ ko fine $1,000 for permitting not more than $1,000 not less than 500 yes that is law magistrate bi mënta romba foofu loi la waaye lan mooy sa mbir bi lu ma doon wax lu ma doon wax si affaire yi number plate bi ak suñu waxtaan bi tey mooy enforcing the traffic act te dañ ne wax ne traffic regulations bi ak traffic act bi dis ñaari fànn la act bi mooy loi bi xam ne is centered on the driver soo ne régulation bi mooy régulation nga xam ne dafa guide moto bi lu mu war a am sarta yi si moto bi like worn out tire bi signal full light beam side mirror inner mirror color of the vehicle lii mooy régulation bi su fekkee ne atul loolu la loi bi pass mun a la police waaye ak bi mooy loi bi nga xam ne soo defee lii tu nga violate like the driver mun naa wax ne ak bi moom dafa senta si driver bi nga def dangerous driving overspeeding reckless driving careless driving loolu loi bi foofu la santoon mooy traffic ak
dëgg la King mu ngi mel ni time bi jeex na de waaw ñu ngi leen a jaajëfal bu baax pour ñëw fii Mr Sissaho ak commissioner King Koli jërë ngeen jëf tax ngeen ba ñun ñu ñeme leen saa su ne because yéen ragalu leen pour génn ngeen ñoo waxa askan bi seen liggéey bi moo leen ko may so mu ngi mel ni there is no barrier between us ñun dañoo toog ñu waxtaan because réew mi ñun ñoo ko moom
comme ça ñu bari ñu ngi ñu seetaan
waaw
benn message rek laay door because of this OIC
waaw quickly
waaw truck si ñu dee park si kaw OIC road bi ak seen moto yu dee park si kaw OIC moto yi nañ ñu dimbale ñu jëlee fa because ñu ngi expect gan yi
okay jërëjëf thank you very much viewers. We'll take a short break. After the break we will talk about the OIC Summit in the Gambia. We have 9 days to go. We'll be right back.
Akita Gambia se wotika OIC Summit giyanyina membe kela abentang ani lulu njangoti abekela mekaro tilinani katafo atili lulu kan 2024 mansa kewolu presidentolu maralalu prime ministerlu ani ngolu me yalon ko wolle be bala andi dabe nyinka foto men tata fo banku taw lulu ani worowula wolle be benna na banko kan pour nyimbe ngona membe kela tari koti be ko kuma fango be men kacala wolem ka jankundir ke kilimbaya kilingola ani nyomuto katambi kacalu landa malu tema pour na banko la yirwa ani nyatota ibe kumandir ke la Gambia dingolu be la kake kilinti kamansa kunda fasa ila simfa nyato yementa pour ka bembagia me yalonko motenyi nala alinga na timinandi ya itandi na kyosano na hadabandiya aninda daji ko kendo me yalonko dunia ya lowal alika fumanga ke tari kodi ngalo nga ke kilinti nga nyomuta ngaje ko nyimbentang ani lulu njaw OIC Summit Gambia kono mu bende di me yalonko motenyi nala.
For more information, call QCell Customer Care on 111. QCell Senior Bus. We innovate. Orders follow. Terms and conditions apply. Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Yes, we are back. You are watching QTV this morning. Now let's move to the third segment of this program. Like I said, we have a very packed running order today. Let's talk to Mrs. Binta Jammeh Sidibe, chairperson of the local organizing committee of the OIC. You are welcome on this program, Ma.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, Mr. Ade.
Well, thank you. And
thank
of course, I'm also on one of the committees.
Yes.
And of course, the big question that everybody is asking,
yes,
how prepared are we? So
right.
I wonder if you could just give us a breakdown. First of all, could you tell people how many committees there are? And then, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for inviting me. As the overall chairperson of the committees, we have 9 committees. And each committee is really appropriate and set for the hosting of this summit, because these committees were set up since 2018, and as some of you may know, the OIC Secretariat was set up by an act of parliament, and through that a committee was set up to work hand in glove with the OIC Secretariat so that we could be working with them, because they alone, the staff alone, could not do it. It's a marathon exercise, and I must say it's now the last leg to that marathon exercise. We have a committee on media, as you rightly know, and we know media is very important. We have a committee on protocol. We have a committee on transportation. These are all key. Of course, accommodation and events, the hospitality, the logistics. We have documentation, and then we have now a committee on health and safety, which is also a very important component of the, and we have, of course, security, which cannot be compromised.
Definitely.
It's one of the most important elements of the committee. So we have about 9 committees, and each committee has about 10 members, 12. So we are talking about roughly 100 people who have been tasked with this responsibility. So the committee, they also have chairpersons, and we call them subcommittee chairs, and I'm the overall chair. And each one, they have their duties and roles to perform.
Exactly.
In this.
Yes. Now, when we are to gauge the level of preparation, what can you tell us?
We are ready. Like I said, we have been working on this. The roads where the visitors will be, these are one of the projects under the OIC. They are quite appropriate. The roads where from the airport down to the conference center to the hotels. You know, the hotels also have been divided into clusters. So clusters where heads of states would stay and ministers and of course all other delegates. We are expecting about 3,000 to 4,000 people here in the Gambia to come and be part of this OIC very important summit. And we have the airport ready, the VVIP, where we are going to welcome our very important guests. And we have the health post there, we have the protocols there, the security. That one is ready. And of course, we all know the conference center, where everything will be held. It has been ready for some time, and we are doing the last minute arrangements, that is cleaning and fixing the chairs and putting things in order, the flags, as you know, it's very important. And of course, we have the hotels, because people may ask, we were supposed to have a hotel, yes, Radisson Blue, but that hotel is not ready. But notwithstanding, our accommodation committee, we are working very tirelessly, the chairperson with his committee members, to ensure that we have adequate and appropriate to standard hotels for our guests, especially the VVIPs. We have more than enough. They were working with the Gambia Hotel Association, and then we have the rooms, and the rooms also are secured. We have security. The security is immense, and that may create some discomfort for some of our people who living around, but we must bear in mind that this is Gambia, and this is for us, the Gambia, and we are proud and really privileged that we are hosting this. It's the second time the OIC Summit is being hosted in sub-Saharan Africa, and we are representing the Africa group. And, you know, small Gambia, but we want to show that, you know, though we are small, but we can do what big countries can do. We can do better. We have the peace here, we have Gambian hospitality, and we have the food that the visitors will have a taste of, and our own hospitality. So we are calling on everyone, really everybody, to be part of this. It's not that when we say you have to be part of this, it's that they have to come to the conference center. And that is one of the things we really want to tell the general public, because people have been asking questions. What is our role? And what are we supposed to? Not everybody can come to the center, because we have to understand that this is a geopolitical meeting of world leaders from the Islamic states, 57 countries. And even some visitors may not come to the center because it's very limited. The access is quite limited, and the security also is very strong on this.
Yes, if I were to ask you as chair, how have you been able to coordinate all these committees, 9 of them? Do they report regularly to you, or do you attend some of their meetings?
We have these, we call it the local organizing committee, some call it national, because it's national. As the chair, as they always call Madam Chair, being a lady also, I take up my motherly role and some diplomacy in it, because you know it's a lot of people. So we meet the local organizing committee. We have been meeting almost every month once, and then the we call them subcommittees. Those are the other committees with their different chairs. They also meet after. Before we meet, so they come and report. So they are all given different tasks to do, like the accommodation. They've been running around.
I'm sure they meet
trying to get
day,
rooms,
probably.
trying to get approved. You know, it's not easy to please people when it comes to accommodation. Some I want to stay here, I want to stay there. Some they have their own choice, but see, we can really accommodate those choices and what they want. But sometimes we have to look at the levels. The transport committee, for example, they all have to have the same level of cars, like the presidents. You don't give them different cars.
Well, this is it.
Yes, so we are working on that.
When you remember when we did the briefing for the envoys, the diplomats, that was the question they were asking. What kind of car will my president be riding in?
So that is all worked on. The transport committee also, they have been working, and we'll be having convergence in 2021. We had a big convergence when we brought everybody on board, all the subcommittees with their members, like 100, and we had a consultant who put everything together to develop a roadmap.
Sure.
What are, terms of reference and how to go about each one. We have, they get their terms of reference and then how to go about it.
Sure.
So the media, as you know, we had to get people from like yourself, from different media houses to program on this, because media is very important. Like here, I'm here today talking about it. People have to be visible, but we want to own that this is our very own. We want to encourage the media in the country. Sure. Other media can come, but our very own. Sure. This is Gambia.
Time is running out. I mean, finally, what do you have to tell all Gambians from Katong to Koina? What do you have to tell my grandfather sitting in Basse and cannot attend this program?
Yeah. We tell them that this is for the Gambia, and then the president will be the chair after the OIC for the next 3 years. And then everybody, people who cannot come, let them pray. Let them pray for us. This is for Gambia, regardless of any religious, political, or ethnic affiliation. It's Gambia altogether. It is not like President Barrow or anybody, it's Gambia. These people are coming, they want to see Gambia, and you just want to welcome them, have our environment clean. That one also I want to appeal to everybody in your corners, have it clean, because media people, what they see is that's what they show.
And I've said to them, keep it clean after it's finished.
That's right. Keep it clean.
Don't just keep it for the.
For the and then we continue. We change our attitudes on the cleansing.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Madam Chair, for coming on the program, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank
and
you.
one thing I'm happy about is the projects that are going to remain and stay in the Gambia. So I'm happy.
Yes.
Well, viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll continue. We'll be right back.
Gambia am nañ mbégte ngir taxawee jotaay bii di fukkeeli yoon ak juróomi OIC Summit ci ñaari fan ñeneenti fan ak juróomi fan ci weeri May 2024 dinañ dalal ay buur ay njiiti réew ñu toppa ci njiiti réew yi ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy taxawal seeni réew ci mbootaay gi ñu tollu ci juróom fukk ak juróom ñaari réew ñu bokk ci Organisation of Islamic Cooperation ñoo fee daje ñu war leen a dalal fii ci réewi Gambia teeru leen sargal leen bu kenn dootut fàtte ñu war a dajee ngir mun a waxtaan càmbar ñoo amee jàmm ak bennoo mun a mànkoo si lu ñoo jëmale kanam ak yokkute du rek si suñuy réew waaye àdduna wërngal képp loolu tax na ñuy sàkku ci ñëpp ñu defati ko nañ ko daan defee àndandoor bu taaru ba ñu xamee woon jàppale nguur gi dañ am ko niñ ko bëggee ci xew-xew bu màgg bile na aada ak cosaan gi génn ñu yaatu ak taaral jikko yi comme niñ ko daan defee wane suñ bopp ci kanami àdduna yépp nañ leen bokk def taarix nañ leen mbooloo songa ko daan ko.
ko laajte QCell jox la ko yokkute am na ci suñ promo bu bees bi di suñu bundle mega promo léegi mun nga dugga ci internet bi ci noo ko buggee ak num gën a yombee jëndal suñ data bundle package boo bugga te nga am ci wàññite bu mag dialal star 303# pour nga mun a jëfandikoo internet bi ci network bu gën a yaatu jëndal 20 megabytes data bundle léegi ci juróom-ñaari dërëm ak genn wàlla bu dul loolu
Welcome back. After an engagement with Binta Jane Sidibe, the chairperson of the local committee, organizing committee for the OIC. Now let's move to the other segment of this program. Let's talk media sports. And we have Mahmoud Lamin Jawne, Jawla in the studios with us, acting executive of the National Sports Council. Yes, so you are welcome on this program, Mr.
Thank you very much, Mr. Balde.
So our topic today will talk about the media sports. I mean, it's almost here. So what is your preparation as a council?
Yeah, as we speak at the moment, the media preparations have started. And this is way back, in March, at the beginning of March. We started the preparations by drafting letters and sending it to the institutions, across the country. After this, the institutions were invited to a meeting where we discussed about the 2024 May Day, giving them clue of what we want them to, see happen come 1st May 2024, and set a date also for our regular meetings or weekly meetings, which is every Thursday at 12 p.m. So this is ongoing. In fact, today, right after here, we will be going back to prepare for, that meeting. After, that, institutions have also, sent in names of team managers that will be representing them during the meetings, so that they will go back to their institutions and give feedback to their principals as to what obtains, in the preparations of the May Day. We have also, prepared the events, because this is something that they need to know right from the beginning, so that they start their training. That has been given every institution that sent in, or even did not send in, but are interested in participating, have been sent this document where we have all the events that institutions or workers are going to take part in on the 1st of May.
And what are some of these events that people can look forward to?
Yes, always we have 100 meters, men and women. We have pillow fight, a very interesting one, men. That is for only men.
Have you done that?
Maybe.
Have you done that before?
I was just about to do that.
Have you done that before, Mizani?
You can hardly fall here, so we will not know the winners. You will spend much energy on beating, and he will not fall. So we have the famous greasy pole too, which will always come. Yes. The relays, 4x100 meters. We have the tug of war, which is also very interesting, and everybody anticipates to witness, the strong men and women, of our individual institutions, participating. And, we have the managers' race as well, men and women.
So it's a fun day.
It's a fun day.
It sounds like, but what's the ethos? What's the thinking behind it?
Exactly.
What is it commemorating?
Exactly. In the original sense, it is for workers to converge and then commemorate a whole year being in the offices, reflect on what has passed in the previous year, what is going to come, and this is celebrated across the world. It came after the Second World War.
We were discussing this before you came on.
Exactly.
This is a global thing.
It's a global, celebration. It came after the Second World War, when businesses and industrial, owners, thought of, having such commemoration, so that workers will have a day to sit and reflect on, what passed. Think of also their relationship with their colleagues and even, their employers. And it happened that in some of the countries, this day is commemorated by, taking to, industrial action. For the Gambia, it is, uniquely celebrated. We converge, as a family, do fun or have fun, interact. During the interaction, we discuss, like, for example, me and you, we have never met, for example. We, talk about our institutions, what are our, problems.
True.
Maybe the
It
problem
gives us
I
the
am going
chance-
through at the
yeah,
moment,
yeah, the chance
you've
to
already
network.
gone through, and then
Exactly.
have solved it in a very, human way.
Yes.
So you will give me that, experience,
Exactly.
and then I will use that to
Exactly.
also solve my problem.
Exactly. So finally, what do you have for institutions? I mean, before we end this segment, what do you have for?
Yeah, okay. I would love to have more time.
Yes.
Because people
But
need
we
to
will
know
come
exactly-
to the May Day
Time is
and
up.
we will cover the event.
Oh,
then we
that's
will
wonderful.
have
We will
enough
gonna be
time.
good.
We will
Okay.
be there,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah, your question again.
What do you have for the participants? I mean, those that have already registered to be part of the May Day.
Yes, after all the participations, the events here and there, we organize at the end of the day. That is a week after the main commemoration day, a banquet for everybody to converge at a particular hotel,
Okay.
have a dinner, award everybody's certificates, because every participant will be certificated.
Okay, right.
And then there are certain, events like the greasy pole attracts, some token. So the winner will be presented that check, that dinner.
How much are you giving? I would like to go for the greasy pole.
We have not yet decided this one, but last year we have given 10,000.
Go and ask my village. I'm a monkey. I
You are a
climb.
good climber.
I'm a monkey in my village. I climb
Okay.
mango trees.
Yeah. So you see-
He'll be there.
Yeah. So this is what
Yeah.
we do for the people, and then have some fun, play music, so that everybody feels that you have a holiday, to reflect on,
beautiful.
beautiful. Your work.
Yes.
And we have proposed a team for this year, and hopefully at the end of the meeting today, we will finalize it.
The team.
Yes, that is, enhancing social justice and economic development through sports.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is what
so
want
we
to
are
do.
proud. I mean, as a council, you are involved 100% into this, to making sure this happens. Employees and freedom matters. I mean, their freedom to interact and network also is very significant. It gives them that peace of mind so that they can be fresh and be able to work again. Yeah, so we are happy, and we would be there to cover it.
Thank
Mr.
you very
Ade will
much.
go and participate.
We look forward to
as
seeing
well.
you
Mr.
there.
Ade, you will be there. Can you play
I will
Ludo?
only be there if African can play Ludo.
Yes,
But
every
can
West
you
African.
climb the
The
greasy pole?
I promise you, I'll get
We
the
will
flag.
be
Yeah,
there.
in fact,
Yes.
a day before,
Yes.
there is a
Finally,
volleyball
finally.
competition.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay, okay.
volleyball
And
competition.
All right.
where is that
So,
taking place?
It's taking place at the stadium.
At the stadium. All right.
Yes.
That's the end of the time. Viewers will
But
take
I
a
would
short
have
break.
loved to have more time.
After the break, the program continues. But look forward to the media sports.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Is back again with an offer of a lifetime. You can now buy Sunyu Bundle data packages directly from your Q Money wallet for half the price. Get all Sunyu Bundle packages from 20 megabytes to 20 gigabytes and enjoy the biggest internet data discount in the market. Just dial *323# now. Choose option 4 and start buying your favorite Sunyu Bundle package half the price only with Q Money. Pay less and stay connected with the most reliable internet service in the Gambia. For more information, call 133 Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sinubus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Never before in the Gambia, QCell is giving you an unbeatable offer. Activate our 5G network on your 5G enabled phone and enjoy free internet for 7 days. Yes, you heard that right. Activate QCell's 5G on your phone and experience what true 5G internet feels like. Get your QCell SIM cards activated today at the following care centers: Banjul, Senegambia, Brikama, Bursubi Turntable, Bakau, Airport, and Kairaba Avenue headquarters. Rush now and be part of the future with QCell's 5G. Free internet for 7 days only with QCell. For more information, call QCell Customer Care on 111. QCell Sunyubus. We innovate. Orders follow. Terms and conditions apply. Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone.
Watching QTV this morning. Now we are moving to the other segment of the program. Like I said, the program is packed today, and we are just trying to adjust some of the timings and insert some of our guests. Now let's talk to Mariama M. Sala. I'll call her my mother. My mother is Sala, and we also have Alassane C. So we'll be talking about the inter-schools competition. I mean, it's important for us to talk about this because it's also a very important extracurricular activity that people participate, especially students. Yep. Yeah, so gentleman and lady, welcome to QTV this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's start with the lady first. I don't want Jenaba Sonko to come at the end of the time and strangle me on the neck. Ladies first. Yeah, so please tell us about this inter-school competition preparation.
Yeah, thank you very much. The inter-schools finals, as you may know, is staging today from the 25th to Sunday 28th. So everything is in high gears. Yesterday we were in Bottrop and the field marking has been done. So on my side as a technician, because I'm the head coach in athletics, so I make sure that that's my responsibility, making sure that everything is set, the ground is set, and I've done that with my team. Yesterday we were on the ground and we have made though we are not using tracks, as you may know, our tracks at the stadium is not in good order, so we are using Bottrop. So, but we are using the ground, sand, but everything is well done. Yeah. I know if you are there, you'll be surprised. Ground preparation is exceptional. Everything is done.
In Bottrop?
Yes, in Bottrop.
He won't know anything about it. He was never an athlete. So
no, during my sense days.
But carry on.
The officials are set, the judges are set, the materials are set, high jump, field events, everything, high jump, long jump, short put, everything is set. Track events from 100 to 5,000
It's happening
meters.
today?
It starts today.
It starts today?
It starts today. It's a 4-day program.
4 days program.
From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. C, let's hear from you. What
thank you very much, Mr. Bande. And it's a pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you.
As you have stated, I'm part of the secretarial for the secondary school sports, who is mandated to on football. But it's the same association, so for us when the jobs comes, you have to touch in all aspects. Basically, she has touched a very important area, that is we are expecting 117 schools at Bikama, Bottrop, starting from today to on the 28th. We nothing less than 2,000 athletes also will be competing on track and field events. As he has mentioned earlier on, we have some track events and we have some field events today that we'll be witnessing. But most of the field events, most especially the short distance, they'll all be on, there'll be hits. Because this time, for the first time, we'll be having hits and finals. We're trying to standardize our competition in a way that we're able to give privilege to most of the schools that are in the rural Gambia to participate in the national championship.
True.
Basically, in the whole short distance, we'll be having heats and finals. And if you come to the middle distance and the long distance, most of them will be straight finals.
Could I just ask, as the schools, what's the longest distance that they run?
5,000, that is for males,
yeah, sure.
and 3,000 for females.
Okay.
So that's the longest distance that they'll run.
Sure.
Yeah, so currently, as he has mentioned, all the ground, we have started these preparations almost for 2 weeks back. It is never easy to organize this national championship because every year we move to a different level. This year we learn from another one. Next year we said we're going above this level. And believe in me, you will not believe up to now with all the fanfare, the crowd, championship, and with the number of athletes, having the only athletic competition in the country, the secondary schools still now they are moving without a single partner. And that is definitely affecting most of the schools. In fact, there are schools that used to come, but they will even qualify it. And at the end of the day, they were not able to have the finance to sustain them or to transport them to the combo. But whereas you have a company or whatever that is partnering with the secondary school sport, I'm sure they will be able to take care of all the champions. They will transport them to the combos, and they will able to showcase their talents. Maybe there are hidden talents that used to come, and the person might be in one way or the other. The person cannot able to make it. Sure. So these are all things that we are calling for as an association, and every year we will continue organizing this competition because this is where most of the athletes want to see what they are capable of doing, and this is where the GA also is taking what they want and send it to international competition.
Can I jump in
quickly?
here?
The time is almost
It's
done.
a very quick one. Some schools were banned for fielding overage or ineligible athletes, but I understand that ban has now been rescinded and they've been readmitted. Is that sending the right message to readmit schools that were banned for breaking the rules?
Well, basically, in one way or the other, some might not see it in the right approach. But equally, we were prompted to a particular level. And if you look at the primary school, in fact, there is an opportunity of most of the children, even the false start is not observed there. Because we felt, though you want to expose them, you want to teach them to get to the standard. And even if they make a false start, you disqualify them. But now banning schools where you felt there are qualified athletes, and in athletic, most of the time in the initial stage when we started, and it was all prompted because of there were a lot of cheatings that we are going around. So that's why schools were banned, the entire school is banned. But like if Mr. Bande is the one that offends, that cheated, it's better you remove Mr. Bande from the competition and take all the points that he scored and all the events that he qualified, you remove him completely from the competition, so that the rest of the children in the school will have the opportunity to participate. Because the school system is like grade 9 to 12. The moment you graduate grade 12, you cannot compete anymore. So in that final year, a child from nowhere that you could not get the background information of the child, make all of you to suffer. So these were some of the challenges we were facing.
Thank you very much, Mr. C and Mariama M. Sala, for coming on the program. I am pretty sure our sports reporter, Momodu Gajaga, is ready to cover your event because he is the one that made this link so that we can talk to you on this program. Yes, and we apologize for the timing, but when we meet you there, we will have more time together, inshallah.
And we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, thank you. So viewers will take, the click segment straight. As you know, the click segment returned from last week with Churchill Balde. The click segment will be back.
Badness record, yeah. Mamacita, baby, call me Papacita, yeah. Call me Papacita, oh my God, I for the liquor, yeah. Go ikana silanda, baby, na yakatana, jo. I swear to God, I did for you. Every time you ngalune. We tiny ngalune. We tiny ngalune. Mamacita, baby, call me Papacita, yeah. Go gonna silana, baby, now you can turn on Jojo. I swear to God, I did for you. I don't get ngalambanyani. Musafiri jabate.
Bobo and the beat.
My boy on the beat. Musafiri na luka doya. Tata doda makabu kadoya. Kama kumana tantole kakuma. Tetina boy sula luka ko. Jambole bijambi, biwo konko wedi jambi. Nyangatan ninkanima, tebo subunin chariba. Anana mfansoto, sefo na la molna kaliba. Mani misumole fisia kumul sundana na ngabusa. Nalia no wala nyakuya, analie bambin sabusa. Kono leka fandi fo maratu lelo, bala leka kaninga na luelo. Mama head on tambowling, wave no hands with tambowling. Everybody wave from here to Boreng. Na pudding from Karai where the players at, I'm on a teeny player. Good book and dancing near. Nilale for a long go. Jamal and Yinti, Minka can Mika, Tinekam, Samara Fini, Zala Fini, Nanji Beja, Nanji Beja, Nanji Beja, Nanji Beja,
Motor symbol for the highway for I can do man telling in design. Hey, drill on the Afrobeat to saying that I put it in line. Yeah. Bad girls pull up in the D.
We are back. You're watching QTV this morning. Now straight to the click segment. We have a limited time with Churchill Balde. The click segment returned from last week.
We are back again. Anyways, good morning from wherever you're watching us from. This is the click segment with your man right here, Churchill Balde. And today is a little bit different. I have two artists in the building. One has already, I think it's safe to say, one has already made it into the big league, and the other is an upcoming, but we will allow them to introduce themselves. So we'll start with the big man, Musa.
Assalamu alaikum, greetings to everybody, and it's a pleasure to be here, you know, and yeah.
Nice.
Respect.
You are no stranger to the game, you know, we already know who you are. So I think it's now safe to say that you are penetrating the big league.
Something like that.
So we'll allow your fellow artist to also introduce himself.
Good morning to all the viewers. I'm Reef, all the way from Brikama. I'm a recording artist as well.
Nice. I think we have the Brikama Massives here.
Yeah, he's my guy, you know.
Nice.
Brikama boys all in the building.
Nice. And you making it into the big league because you already have ST in your EP.
No, I have Attack Hussein and T, but I got ST recently.
Great.
Today or tomorrow, inshallah.
Nice.
Yes.
So that is safe to say you've made it into the big league because once you have collaboration with the big boys. So how does that feel?
Yeah, I feel good, you know, definitely, you know, it's a pleasure to have them on my EP and it's a pleasure to have ST on it.
True.
You know. Definitely, it's, you know, I've been in this thing for a while now, and then I think it's high time I take it to the next level, you know.
And how does it feel working with these people?
Great, you know, I enjoy working with them.
Great.
Yeah, they're good, and then, you know, yeah.
And what is something that you've learned from these artists?
A lot, you know. A lot, definitely. If I start saying that here, definitely, you know.
Nice. So let's shift our focus on to Riff. Yeah. You are someone that has been in the game for quite a long time, but at some point you just went MIA. Can you tell your fans the reason behind that?
I've been doing music for a while now.
Yeah.
But I would say I officially started last year.
Okay.
But after releasing my first single with a video, you know, the people I was supposed to work with, you know, they had issues. It affected me. So I had to take a step back and, you know, allow studio job back here, you know, but we thank God we're here right now. So want to kick off
And the name Riff sounds unique.
Yeah.
Is there any creativity behind the name?
Yeah, I would say my full name is Rivaldo. I have a footballer's name.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So Reef, for sure. Because when you say Rivaldo, it doesn't make sense. That's a footballer's name.
Okay.
So just for sure, Reef.
Yeah.
So how's your football career right now?
Man, I'm a grab boy.
So naka juggle nyari yeb wala?
No, I'm a grab boy. At some point, like you have to pick and choose.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yo, lamo nga feel nga drop the football career and then choose music over the football career.
Yeah, because I feel like the football career, like you have to focus because man, I'm a student. Man,
Okay.
I'm in the university right now, so
Nice.
I can't do school and football because right now division with Subal in day 3.
Okay.
So but music with everything, it works.
I know how that feels because at some point you need playing football. Why? Football fini come the chances are very limited.
Yeah,
so they told to a stage you know what, let me look for an alternative. Push then save Nice. So what are some of the things that we're expecting from you?
Well, right now I think I have songs that I've already recorded. So right now my focus is getting few collabs throughout this year, dropping singles and collabs, then probably early next year. An EP.
An EP.
Yeah.
Nice. And we have someone we are watching an EP concert. Understand?
Yeah.
So I think this is someone that you can learn from. So what are the preparations towards the EP concert? And
Man,
what is the name? I already know, but for the benefit of those that don't know, what is the name of the EP?
Yeah, the name of the EP is Wakilo.
Wakilo.
And it's happening on Saturday live at Brikama Boxiba.
Okay.
Yes, inshallah. So I'm urging everybody to
pull
up. Yeah, because I got a big surprise for everybody. Like,
what are the more of QCD?
QCD, I think it's not yet time for QCD.
Okay.
Let me take it step by
step. Step by step.
Yeah, my hometown first, and then, when it's successful there, then I think.
And how is the support back home?
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
You're feeling the energy.
Right now I'm feeling the energy like crazy. Definitely, this show is all over. Everybody's talking about it, so. It's gonna be.
We're about to hit our millions.
Inshallah.
So how many songs do you have on the EP?
8 songs.
8 songs. Yes. What is your favorite song, and why do you choose that as your favorite song?
Wakilo is my favorite song because Wakilo is a song that, motivates people.
Okay.
Wakilo itself. I don't know. The last time I tried to say it, I don't know. Maybe. He can help me with that, yes. But yeah, Wakilo, let me just say this in Mandinka for my Mandinka viewers.
True.
Comme Wakilo mufena tumi ango hadama dungo inyantaka wakile iba kuku kono ni wakil ta kono dorong ila fa fengo fenne ba sotala you understand. So wala nanga ipi nyintola Wakilo la ando defana multimi ango like meta nyinkol kono you understand. Comme njandinka ke denki la lati nga start ni tantangol la kabin 2006 you understand. For saying mbakang fo sen nata nga denkilo start hani saying lafta ka futa dama futa je understand. So pour nga futa je fon sa wakile you understand wala na nga ipi ñun tola Wakilo la and then Wakilo songa ñing ayatinda la mo jamal bi jëm yalan ko give up ta in life yesa kabri sano ñi moy dan yalla ñu bulta ko daga you understand. So wala na nga songa ñun tola Wakilo la and then amanken def nga dem mala favorite song it is people's favorite song, you understand? Nice. So, yeah.
So if you have any time below, let's bury it. So we'll allow you to give your final words for for today, because I'm sure you will be coming back definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And then he has something.
Yes. Yeah. So man, mom, lumay wax mom, moy everybody come and witness greatness.
Greatness.
You know what I'm saying?
Mashallah,
that's the thing,
True.
Yeah. True. That's the thing.
So what we'll do is we'll have a short performance from Riff. He has something new, something fresh. So hit us with that quickly, and then we sign out.
Quickly.